Hello, guys. So we are moving forward with the weeks, and here we have only the last 2 weeks before we get to that amazing, beautiful, incredible, special holiday of Shavuot. Shavuot, that means weeks. That's the window in time in which we're going to have the merge between the vessel and the light. That would be like the moment in which we can receive the infinite energy, the life energy, the vitality energy into our personal life. And as a preparation for that, we have this special week, 2 weeks before, we have the week of Bemidbar. Bemidbar means desert. Why to go through the desert after this challenging week after week? We are going now through the energy of desert. What does it mean, desert? A desert can be a place that is empty, that is lacking life, correct? A desert can be a scary place, a place of darkness, a place of negativity. Could be. But guys, in the same place that negativity could be, there was the greatest revelation of energy ever on Mount Sinai. Exactly the energy of life and vitality in the midst of the desert. So, what do we learn from that? The second thing that is happening in this chapter is that the Israelites, in the story itself, the Israelites are counted. What does it mean? We know from Kabbalah that when we count something, it limits. It limits the people, yes, we don't count people. We don't count money. Why? Because it's creating limitation. On the other hand, the same word that says sfira, which is counting, it's also related to the emanations of the tree of life. So by counting, each time they plugged in Moses, the creator, they plugged in the Israelite into the system of the light. What is it all about and why this week? If you happen to go through like a challenging moment, if you are lacking something, you're missing something that you want and doesn't happen, if there's some pain, emotional pain or physical pain, or confusion in some kind, whatever kind of lack that you're going through, no panic. It's completely aligned with what needs to happen during this time. As we said, Bamidbar, desert, is exactly representing all the things of lack and pain and negativity that we might go through. Saying that, so what we're doing this week, just staying in pain? There is a technology, of course, behind it and a very deep understanding of what we need to do and for which reason. But before we go into explaining, I want you to write down the different points that you are lacking. If it's again pain, if it is difficulty, if it is some kind of lack that you're going through, if it is physical or emotional or spiritual or thoughts, friendship, money, whatever it is, write down all the points that you are lacking, that you are in pain or difficulty. As you're writing it, I want you to also pay attention in which way are you handling them? What are you trying to do in order to solve, in order to manage this lack, this pain, this difficulty? What are the actions or thoughts that you're doing in order to manage those lacks? So if you need to pause the video, please pause it and write down those 2 questions. What are your lacks, difficulty, pains that you're going through, and how you're trying to manage this? Now, we need to understand. Of course, we're going to do a short meditation with the Zohar to allow ourselves to deal with that. But just a minute before, we need to understand one thing. So before, like in the beginning of the journey, let's say, before the fault of Adam, back then, there was a complete connection between the infinite energy and Adam on earth. There was like he was completely aligned with his upper form, upper existence. So we'd be completely connected with the light of the Creator, missing nothing. Everything was making sense. Everything was filled because it was constantly connected with the upper energy. After the fall of Adam, what happened is that the veil was created between the worlds. So now he's limited. He became limited like we are today. We are not seeing the upper world, not always managing to hear the upper world. Sometimes we have openings, but not always. And when a person go through a difficulty because of this lack of communication between the words, the natural tendency of a person would be to fix it with the ways that we know that make sense to us, that is logic to us, that is known to us, still in the frame of physicality, in the frame of logic, in the limited frame. Okay? And that's what we're trying to do many times when we have an issue. We're going to look for solutions that are from the known realm, from the physical realm, from the aspect that are accessible for me. Why is that? Because many times we forget that we have a connection with the upper world, but we are disconnected and we need to create that connection again. We need to open the gate so we can have this passage, right, between the upper world and the physical one. So, what are we doing with all of this? What are we doing? How do we fill ourselves with the infinite energy and not the limited one? And why do we need the lack? Why the lack is so important? So we need to understand that without, if a person, when a person is satisfied, let's say you just ate a full meal with dessert, you have no desire for eating, right? You are full. If you just drank a 2-liter water right now, you don't want to see water for the next 5 hours, right? So when we are full, and it's the same with our spiritual journey, when we are full, we don't have a desire. So in one hand, we will all want to live fulfilled life. But on the other hand, we won't be able to want more if we're not going to go through lack. Okay? The lack is important to create my next pure, strong, elevated desire, the desire from the place of my soul. When a person is satisfied, I'm happy with what I have, is going to stay stagnant. And we cannot stay stagnant in this world. We can or grow or go backwards. When the ultimate things for the ultimate idea for this world is to grow, because those going down is for the sake of growing up, because the whole journey of this world is growing towards the reunification with the infinite energy of the Creator. Until then, we are building a bigger and bigger and bigger vessel or bigger desire. So eventually we'll be able to feel ourselves to be capable to handle all the light of the Creator. Now we can go here to speak about desire, but it's not the point. The point is the lack that we feel. The lack that we feel is supposed to serve us to create our next desire. pure desire, desire that comes from our soul and not a limited one that comes from our physical aspect or logic aspect. That's what I think that I want, but what is behind it? Only when we are doing our deep and conscious work that we are capable to identify that's what I want. So, and that's what I want to keep also, yes? So the lack, now you will understand why this chapter, this energy is happening exactly before the holiday of Shavuot, because in Shavuot we're going to receive the infinite energy, infinite. I don't want to come to that day limited. So what I want to do through this time, and especially this week, lack, cultivate the lack, holding on to the lack, but not being busy with the lack, not feeling frustrated from the lack, but more as building a desire for my next level, for that day of Shavuot in which I'm going to fill myself up. So let us do a short meditation using the Zohar to create this shift in our consciousness and also to move the weight from the ego and physical aspect to the soul aspect. So I am inviting you to close your eyes and start breathing slowly, breathing in rhythm of 3 and breathing out in a rhythm of 3. Yes, breathing in 1, 2, 3, breathing out 1, 2, 3, breathing in 1, 2, 3, breathing out 1, 2, 3. And as you breathe in, you allow a lot of light, beautiful white light that purify everything from within. And as you breathe out, you're allowing all the negativity and the blockage and the logic and you let them go. And you breathe in again and you're allowing a lot of light, a lot of energy and vitality and joy into your soul. And you breathe out and you eliminate all the things that might block you and don't allow you to reinforce your soul. And now please rethink about that blocked situation, painful situation, difficult, disturbing. How does this situation look like? What is the feeling of emptiness that you feel or of pain? And while I'm reading the Zohar for you, I want you to gain the strength to transmit all your energy from the limited part of you to your soul. Allow your soul to take control and let go of finding solutions and finding ways to fill yourself up, as whatever you're going to find is going to be very limited. So just let it go and ask the light of the Creator through your soul to guide you, to show you the way, show you what you need to do. וחד הייני יראו יתאר, קולה הוא בחברותה, קולה הוא ברחימותה, קולה הוא בשלמותה. כדין הוא שלמה דחולה, שלמה דלעילה ותתה, הדאו דכתיב, יהי שלום בחילך, חילך שלווה בארמונותייך. And as all the energy penetrated into your soul, and your logic doesn't have energy and force, you're asking your soul, what is your desire? This lack, this pain, what type of desire it shows you. And I'm going to read another paragraph from the Zohar so you can get the help of the angels, the archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, while you are seeking, searching, wanting to see, to identify, to discover your desire that is hidden in this moment of lack. Because that moment of lack is here to create a vessel, to create a space for a new light to penetrate. מיכאל ימינה, גבריאל משמאלה, אוריאל לקדמיהו, רפאל לאחוריהו, שכינתה עליהו. טרין מכאן וטרין מכאן, והיא באמצעיתה, כגוונה דה בהרעה, דלתתה טרן מכאן וטרן מכאן, והשם ביניהו. And you can see how you manage to identify your desire, your pure and beautiful desire, and how this lack or pain is not just a coincidence, is not just here to have your life, but the contrary, to give you a great opportunity to desire a new light, a higher light. Because when we lack something, when things doesn't go as we want, it's because the Creator wants to give us even more. So don't panic. Don't feel sad about it. The contrary, be happy that the light of the Creator is allowing you to create a pure desire so He can share with you the blessings, the fulfillment, the healing, the prosperity in their infinite form. And now that the results and the blessings will come, it will be beyond logic. It's not something predicted or making sense. The appearance of the light of the Creator itself. And now as you're holding on to your desires, and it's clear for you what you want, and your heart is clean, and you're open to receive, you're open to be joyful in spite of the situation or the inconvenient, you know that you're getting ready to receive all the blessings in the holy day of Shavuot. Now you're going to breathe in deeply and you're going to hold it 1, 2, 3. And you're going to breathe out and just release. And as you breathe in, you're allowing all this light to penetrate into your desire. And you see the blessings and the abundance and the happiness and the joy that penetrate into your system. And you want to share this joy with the world, that certainty with the world, awakening their desire to be connected to the truth. And as you're doing so, you want to start paying attention to the breathing. And in 3, 2, 1, slowly, slowly, you're going to open your eyes. Welcome back. So keep on the great work, and if there's any questions or something that I can help with, please don't hesitate to write me. All the best. See you next week.